to give away a free t-shirt and reveal the books I bought this week. How y'all doing? I'm Victor, and you are watching a Comic Hero Show. Now kick that intro! Welcome to this week's edition of the Comic Hero Show. I'm your host, Victor Nunley, and I am the Comic Hero. Folks, it is good to be back. I had to take a few weeks off. Had a lot of stuff that I did a lot of stuff. I even celebrated a birthday along the way. But, you know what? I knew that with taking this break that I had to resume, and I'm so glad to doing this, because during that time, I just didn't realize how much I missed this. And I have some more news I'm going to share with y'all a little later on. And on this episode, I'm celebrating Veterans Day, and I'm going to touch base on that also. But for right now, it's time to give away a free t-shirt. All right, on the last episode, episode 461, I asked, which musical instrument does Gwen Stacy play in the band The Mary Janes? Well, the correct answer is drums. And 13 people have answered correctly, and because they've answered correctly, the name's been entered in the drawing for a free tee. And that drawing takes place right now. So the winner of the free tee for this week's episode of the show is... Lee Evans from Shreveport, Louisiana. So congratulations, Lee. You win yourself a free Comic Hero tee. Alright, here's the question for next week's episode, and this is a DC question. Which DC superhero shared a book with the Hal Jordan Green Lantern from 1960 until 1979? Now here are the hints. The first hint is that this character made their first appearance in More Fun Comics number 73 in 1941 and was created by Moit Weisinger and George Papp. The second hint, this character was voiced by Ken Shriner on Justice League Unlimited in 2004. The third hint, this character had a son named Connor Hawke, who also took up his mantle at a time where he was presumed dead. And then the fourth and final hint, this character had his own TV show on the CW and was played by Stephen Amell. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in a drawing for a free tee on next week's episode of the show. Alright, now, usually I would either go into any questions or the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown segment. I'm going to save that for next week. And the reason being, well, because I have a high volume of comics. And then, I'm not going to get into comically speaking. As y'all probably noticed at the very beginning, I left that out. And there's a reason for that, and I'm going to touch base on that later on. So, with that all being said, let's get to the comics. Comic books I bought this week. Alright, just so there isn't any confusion, even though I haven't been doing the show for the last few weeks, that didn't stop me from buying comics. And I bought comics every week, and this is 3 weeks worth of comics. So, here we go. First up is Action Comics number 1058. The Amazing Spider-Man number 36. Astonishing Iceman number 3. The Avengers number 7. Batman, Superman, World's Finest, number 20. Batman the Brave and the Bold, number 6. Batman Catwoman the Gotham War, Scorched Earth. Scorched Earth. Try saying that 3 times fast. Captain America, number 2. Really excited about this book. Captain Marvel, number 1. Catwoman, number 58. Cyborg, number 4. Daredevil, number 2. Dark X-Men, number 3. Detective Comics, number 1075. Detective Comics, number 1076. Doctor Strange, number 9. The Flash, number 2. Green Arrow, number 5. Green Lantern War Journal, number 2. The Immortal Thor, number 4. Or is that? Number 3, sorry. Number 3. Number 4 comes out this month, though. The Incredible Hulk, number 5. The Invincible Iron Man, number 10. Number 10. No, number 11. Man, okay. Invincible Iron Man, number 11. There you go. Besides, I already read number 10. All right, really excited about this book. Jay Garrick, The Flash, number 1. Jean Grey, number 3. Miles Morales, Spider-Man, number 11. Ms. Marvel and the New Mutant, number 3. Power Girl number 2. Radiant Black number 26. Radiant Black number 26.5, or number 26 and a half. Scarlet Witch number 9. Scarlet Witch number 10. The Sensational She-Hulk number 1. And folks, I am excited about this book, and I really don't care what anyone else thinks. Spider-Boy number 1. Star Trek number 13. Steelworks number 5. Supergirl special. Superman number 7. Tales of the Titans number 4. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 144. Titans number 4. Uncanny Avengers number 3. Uncanny Spider-Man number 2. Unstoppable Doom Patrol number 7. Venom number 27. Wonder Woman number 2. And finally, X-Men number 28. Alright, that's a whopping 46, which brings the total number of comics that I've bought since December of 1997 to 12,450. Alright, well, I hope y'all enjoyed this week's episode, and here's a question again for a free tee for next week's episode of the show. Which DC superhero shared a book with the Hal Jordan Green Lantern from 1960 until 1979? Now, here are the hints again. The first hint is that this character made their first appearance in More Fun Comics number 73 in 1941 and was created by Moit Weisinger and George Papp. The second hint This character appeared on an episode of Justice League Unlimited in 2004 and was voiced by Ken Schreiner. The third hint, this character has a son named Connor Hawke, who took up the mantle of this character when he was presumed dead. And then the fourth and final hint, this character had a TV show that ran on the CW from 2012 to 2020 with Stephen Amell playing the character. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in a drawing for a free tea on next week's episode of the show. And congratulations to Lee Evans from Shreveport, Louisiana, who won a free tea on this episode. Now, Veterans Day. I'm celebrating Veterans Day on this episode, and it's when we honor the men and women that have served in any branch of the U.S. military who are still with us today. And right now, I want to personally thank my cousins Lavert and Pat Washington from Minden, Louisiana, who served in the Army during Operation Desert Shield and Operation Desert Storm. And there are several others that I personally know that were in the Army. I don't really have a lot of time to acknowledge y'all, but I know y'all are watching, and I just want to say thank y'all, and I love y'all. And here's the thing. Our veterans don't really get the due diligence that they deserve. I mean, they have gone through so much. They fought for the many freedoms that we often take for granted and are here to tell about it. These folks are living testimonies. So we need to do all we can for our veterans. I mean, if you know a veteran, take them out to eat, wash their clothes. If they have projects that they are working on, offer to help. Do whatever you can for these fine men and women. All right, now this is a Veterans Day Comic Hero tee. And if you would like one of your own, you can find them on the website, IamTheComicHero.com for $17, and I will donate half of each purchase to the Wounded Warrior Project. And if you would like your last name and then the branch and whatever branch of the U.S. military that you served, whether it's Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, or Space Force, I will happily do so. I mean, I just have this adoration for the U.S. military. I have the adoration for them fighting for the freedoms that we often take for granted. I mean, if you're watching this, whether I know y'all or not, I love y'all and thank y'all so much. All right, now here's the road ahead for the show. On next week's episode, I'm raising awareness of adoption. Then on episode 464, I'm raising awareness of diabetes. And on episode 465, I'm raising awareness of a cause that I'm raising awareness of for the first time, Alzheimer's disease. Now, back to what I was talking about earlier. I have some good news and some bad news regarding the Comically Speaking segment. The bad news is I am discontinuing this segment on the show. There will no longer be a Comically Speaking segment. Now, I know that may sound, you're probably thinking, how could anything good come out of that? Well, once I tell you what the good news is, the bad news won't be so bad anymore. Now, I've decided that I'm going to make Comically Speaking an audio podcast. And I'm going to do it as often as I do this show. And it's going to be comics news and then anything within the realm. And I'm really excited about doing this. This is something that I really thought about doing for a few years. And it's finally going to, I'm finally going to make it come to fruition. So stay tuned for Comically Speaking, the podcast, coming to whatever you download podcasts from. All right, I'm very thrilled to be doing this again, and I'm really looking forward to what's to come. And I want to thank each and every one of y'all who reached out, who stayed in touch with me while I was not doing the show, and yeah. So, if you're watching this for the first time on YouTube, welcome. And as soon as you're done, hit subscribe. And if you're watching this on the Comic Book Lovers Facebook page, welcome. And as soon as you're done, go on YouTube and hit subscribe. All right, I'm Victor Nolly on the Comic Hero. I'll see you next week for episode 463. So until then, be safe, be blessed, be a hero, and thank you, vets.